What's up, guys? Steve here with SeoulLifts, and back in the gym. I'm at the Lat Pulldown machine, and I wanted to show you a little bit of the do's and don'ts. Don't do that. Don't lean back and let the momentum carry you. Don't do a behind the back pull down that's really, really awful for your shoulders. Don't pull the weight down with your body. You're not using the lower back to do this. You don't want to do a range of motion that's only a few inches. No. You want to pull down to the mid-chest in a controlled fashion, keeping your back nice and tight. And you want to keep the arms coming down, the elbows coming down in a nice line. So you want that plane of motion to be coming down, contracting the lats at the back as if you are pulling the muscles together to wrap around the spine. You could come down to around the chin level, as I just showed you there, but you don't want to go all the way down to crotch level. That's not necessary. You don't need to do it super fast, right? Again, you want to do a controlled motion, so you don't want to do anything like that. No, you want to keep it nice and slow and controlled to the mid-chest level with a nice, smooth plane of motion. Now, I want you to have a look at some pull-down variations, just grip variations mostly. This is a standard pull-down grip where the bar starts to bend out. It's a little bit wider than what you would be pulling down towards about 90 degrees. So when the bar comes down to the bottom, the elbow is going to hit about a 90-degree angle. Now you could try a wide grip variation. This is going to give you more of those wings, this cobra look, as it hits kind of a wider part of the lats as you pull down. But again, you want to keep the same smooth motion as you're pulling down. So that's another variation. You could do a close grip pull down. And a close grip pull down is not going to hit the outside of the lat as much as it's going to hit the lat as it connects in through the middle of the back. This one can be, depending on your grip width, a bit hard on the elbows, as it is on me, so I don't normally do it that way. Underhand grip here will work the biceps as well as the mid-back. So that's another great variation, although chin-ups are obviously a better exercise if you're going to be doing this. You can also hit this with barbell rows, Yates-style barbell rows, and a number of other styles of row. And I want to switch out the handle here for one of my favorite pull downs, which is the parallel grip pull down. So I grab the parallel grip off of the cable row machine, attach it to the lat pull down machine, and I do my lat pull downs with that. You can also do D handles if you've got 2 D handles at your gym. You can do something similar to this. Now I want you to watch this guy in the back. This guy is going to snap his shit up. And what he's doing is he's unracking the bar as if it were a shrug. And you can't really quite see it here, but look at this ridiculous range of motion he has on the overhead presses, and then he's letting the bar drop down. Now he's going to hurt himself in a minute, and I'm going to have to run over and help him because he doesn't even have collars on the plates on the other side. So I'm kind of shaking my head here thinking this guy is going to hurt himself badly. And then he switches over to quote-unquote superset, some dumbbell seated shoulder presses, and again, range of motion ridiculous. So this guy is going to hurt himself. So I'm going to finish out my set at 60 by 10, but I want to come back to this guy behind me. He is going to really, really mess himself up by doing this ego lifting, quarter range of motion stuff. Now you can do quarter and half squats, and you can do you can do some exercises with not a complete full range of motion, still get a benefit. But what this guy's doing here is just straight dangerous. And so I took a step back from the camera so you can watch this ridiculousness again. And he can't quite get that the bar up into a locked out position. And once it's up in the locked position, he's really only got about 2-3 inches range of motion, and that's what he's doing as his overhead press. And he's dropping the bar down, and he doesn't have the weight collared on either side. And then he's switching over to do what he believes is a superset. So once again, if you're going to try and attempt to do a new exercise, maybe have a look at somebody who's skilled doing it first and try and emulate their range of motion and level of control, as opposed to, and I'm only assuming what this guy's done is seen a picture in a magazine of a guy mid-rep and decided that time under tension means doing basically no range of motion. So I went ahead and completed my set here. And on the very next set, I'm in the middle of my 60 by 10, and this guy over at the power rack is continuing to do, God knows what you would call this exercise. I don't know what he's thinking that he's doing for himself, and I have to run over and help him because the plates slide off one side of the bar, and he's basically stuck midway with this bar weighted on one side and not on the other side as he's doing this this weird overhead press thing. So I go over and help him and then stop the camera. Move over to the seated row machine. Now with the seated rows, the more vertical your body is, the more it's going to hit, the lower it's going to hit on your lats. The more angled out your body is at the top, the higher it's going to hit on your lats. So this is, I do a lot of exercises that kind of favor the upper back. It helps a lot with the deadlifts. So I'm leaned back at a bit of an angle. I just did some pull down exercises that were targeting mid to lower lats, and this is going to kind of work the rhombus muscles at the upper back, as well as some of the lat muscles. And again, full range of motion. You want your arms to extend out and then bring it all the way in, and you want this to be controlled. You don't want to be using a bunch of momentum to pull the weight back. You can lift really heavy if you do it with poor form. You can lift really, really heavy if you start throwing your body weight around to get the weight up. There's another good example. This exercise here, easy curl bars. This is my warm-up set here, but you can throw your body back, to get some momentum and throw up some heavy weights, but that's not what we're after here. So I went into a set of 50 by 5. And the other thing I wanted to mention here, I don't have huge arms. I don't have big, huge arms because I don't bodybuild train my arms. I'm training my arm for strength. I did one rep here at 60, by the way, and you notice that I had to throw my body back out of a comfortable and safe line. So I dropped the weight down. Sometimes I'll go a little bit heavier than that, but it just wasn't happening today and wasn't feeling safe today. So if that happens to you, don't get into this situation where you have to ego lift in a way that's going to injure yourself. So I went back down to 50 and then dropped the weights down from there. Give the camera a little flex here to show you what I was mentioning before. If you want to see some more bodybuilding style arm exercises, have a look at Captain Korea's videos. He'll post up on his channel as well, and he's more of an aesthetics bodybuilding type guy. He wants those big rounded muscles in through the arms, and really what I'm looking for is more strength. These are my clean out sets here for the easy curl. I do almost all my easy curl stuff on close grip, and I don't go for insane numbers of reps. Normally I'll do weighted chin-ups for that. Parallel grip lat pull down was the next exercise here, and I showed that at the beginning of the video. It works a bit of the biceps and really kind of concentrates on the lats as they're closer into the spine and less of the wings. And again, Ed, the captain's got some videos out there on how to get more of the wings, the cobra look in through your back if you're interested more in aesthetics. I want to keep everything nice and tight. And you can have a look at my back pain video if you want to know a little bit more information about that. And the final exercise here was some cable hammer curls, where I just gripped right onto the cable and hammer curled it up 20 kilos by 10 for each arm. And again, really trying not to involve any of the body weight or momentum as I'm doing this. You want to try and keep a contraction at the top of the movement with this. These were done fairly quickly, but they're the final exercise of the day. And if you look at the shoulders in the mirror, not throwing the body weight back into it. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment below if you have any questions. I've got the details of the workout up here for you. Remember, everything's in kilos. And until next time, keep growing.